Hi guys, welcome back to HVT channel. So today's topic is veterinary physiology, that is functions of kidney. So whenever we are going for any internal or external examinations, there we will be facing many questions in the anatomy or physiology about the kidney and its functions. So we need to make a systemic answer. So we have to always give out 7 or 8 points and we have to give sub points on each point. So for easy remembering, we have made some mnemonics and that mnemonics will be mentioned in the last slide of this video. So stay tuned, please subscribe this channel and hit the bell button for more updates. So kidney, we are all familiar with the kidney and the functions of kidney and the positions of kidney and the kidney's job. That is, it's the filtration point of your blood. So each kidney is about 4 to 5 inches. That is, it's having the size of the large fist. So this is actually the anatomy of the urinary system. You can see the anatomical point of view. So this is actually an Ultra HD picture. I found this picture more relevant, so I have added this. So the first function is regulation of blood pressure. We are all familiar with the RAS mechanism. So if the renin-angiotensin aldosterone system is too active, blood pressure will be too high. Okay. So we'll be doing a different video on the RAS system. So the aldosterone causes the tubules of kidney to increase the reabsorption of sodium and water into the blood. So what happens? The stroke volume increases, the BP increases. So this is actually the correct pathway of renin-angiotensin aldosterone mechanism. So we'll not be moving into the deep points of RAS system, but we'll be mainly focusing on the 7 functions of kidney. Next is the regulation of acid-base balance. The kidneys have two main ways to maintain the acid-base balance. That is, their cells reabsorb bicarbonate from the urine back to the blood and they secrete hydrogen ions into the urine, thus making the urine more acidic. By controlling the movement of HCO3 minus or the bicarbonate ions or the protons, they balance the bloodstream pH. So you can see acid-base balance, renal mechanism. Next is regulation of body fluid osmolality. So the kidney will be controlling the movement of water and sodium and the osmolality of extracellular fluid. So the osmolality of extracellular fluid is mainly controlled by altering the amount of sodium and water excreted. So this is accomplished primarily through alterations in sodium and water reabsorption at the nephron segments. This is actually the role of kidneys in regulation of osmolality and blood volume. So there are many hormonal actions, that is antidiuretic hormone, aldosterone, renin. So there are many enzymes which have a very good role in these things. Next is regulation of gluconeogenesis. So what is gluconeogenesis? That is production of glucose, gluconeogenesis, production of new molecule of glucose. Besides the liver, the kidney is the only organ capable of generating sufficient glucose. If at all the body is in high need of glucose, they will be producing glucose and will be releasing into the circulation. This is actually the glucose production mechanism. Next is urine formation. Yes, this is actually the one of the main functions of the kidney. So the kidneys will be filtering unwanted substances and they will be taking the unwanted substance to the urine to excrete them. So there are 3 main steps of urine formation, that is glomerular filtration, reabsorption and secretion. These processes ensure that only waste and excess water are removed from the body. So this is actually the urine formation. You can see the glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption and tubular secretion. So what happens in glomerular filtration is the water and solutes smaller than the proteins are forced through the capillary walls and pores of the glomerular capsule into the renal tubules. Next is the tubular reabsorption. So it will be reabsorbed. Water, glucose, amino acids and needed ions are transported out of the filtrate into the tubule cells and then enter the capillary bloods, the cortical radiate veins. Next is tubular secretion. So H plus K plus creatinine and drugs are removed from the peritubular blood and secreted by the tubule cells into the filtrate. You can see into the filtrate. So this is actually the process B, that is tubular reabsorption. What is reabsorbed? Water, glucose, amino acids, and the several ions. So what is secreted into the urine? That is H plus, K plus, creatinine, and the drug residues. Next is production of hormones. We are all familiar with the hormone renin, that is mainly activated in the RAS system, which is having the main function to control the blood pressure and sodium potassium balance. Next are the prostaglandins and bradykinins. Those are vasoactive substances that will modulate the renal blood flow, which will be directly modifying the GFR. Next is the erythropoietin, that is a hormone which is very much needed in case of RBC formation. So this is the erythropoietin action, and this erythropoietin will increase the number of RBCs, or will erythropoiesis will be controlled by the erythropoietin hormones. Next is the renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. You're all familiar with those things. Next is the excretion of metabolic waste. That is urea from amino acid metabolism, uric acid from nucleic acid, creatine from muscles. So end products of hemoglobin metabolism, hormone metabolites, foreign substances, all are removed as metabolic waste products. So these are the removal of metabolic waste products. You can see all those. Next is the activation of vitamin D. The kidneys convert vitamin D from supplements or the sun to the active form of vitamin that is needed by the body. So whenever the persons are having chronic kidney disease, low vitamin D levels can be found, and this will produce vitamin D deficiency diseases. This is metabolism of vitamin D. So moving to the mnemonic section. So everybody should easily remember these functions of kidney, so they can simply replicate in any external or internal examination papers. So we can read it once more. That is regulation of acid-base balance, regulation of blood pressure, regulation of body fluid osmolality, gluconeogenesis, activation of vitamin D, urine formation, production of hormones, excretion of metabolic wastes. So this is actually the mnemonic. That is R3 GOP. We are all familiar with the GOS, but just replace the Z by P. R3 GOP. This is the three R's. Regulation of acid-base balance, blood pressure, body fluid osmolality. Next, G, glucogenesis. A for activation of vitamin D. U for urine formation. P for production of hormones. E for excretion of metabolic wastes. So R3 GOP. So if at all you want, you can rechange the letters and you can make your own mnemonics. Thank you.